all, and welcome back to another episode of WolfQuest Anniversary Edition, Gnat's Journey, with Gnat, Stickbug, and their 4 young hunters. In the last episode, we finished up the Growing Pups quest and started the Young Hunters quest. So our pups are now running along with us. The pack is nomadic until we have our next litter, and we're trying to basically give them a lay of the land, see all of our territory. We've honestly already done that. We've seen 17 border hexes of 10 required. So right now we're really working on getting their hunting experience up and getting them to 80 pounds. So that's what we're going to be doing this episode. I kind of doubt that we're going to get to the end of the Young Hunters quest, but we'll make some progress, and we'll kind of keep an eye on the pups as we do. Try to see who is the most bold hunting, who kind of hangs back, and just get an idea for their personality, just in case we want to carry on as one of them when one of them disperses. Okay. Now I do see the scent of an elk herd, so we could get another hunt in and get them some more experience. Assuming we can actually track it down. I've had some problems today with elk herds just kind of disappearing on me, which is frustrating, but unavoidable. Sometimes the wind changes and all of a sudden the scent you were tracking is no longer there. But let's see if we can track down either the whortleberry or dogwood herd. I'm picking up scents of both. We are starting to get uncomfortably close to Cottonwood Creek territory, and as I recall, we are not on good terms with Cottonwood Creek. They did kill one of our puppies, Skipper, much earlier in the series, when he was still very little, but Nat has not forgiven them, and I gather that they're not super inclined to take it easy on her, despite the fact that she's got a pretty hard journey ahead of her. I highly doubt that they would have any restraint in claiming our territory. I'm not entirely sure who has been taking our territory, but yeah, none of the packs are exactly feeling merciful toward Nat. We are going further and further into Cottonwood Creek territory as we look for these elk, but I do believe we finally found the herd. So yeah, we will attempt to chase them back out of the territory. Running into rival wolves when you're just trying to hunt is no fun, and it can often result in you actually losing the elk you're trying to hunt, which makes everything a big waste of time on top of the injuries that we would probably sustain. So I'm going to see if I could get them to run before we try biting any of them or howling. If we start howling, and Cottonwood Creek is going to come after us. So there they go. Okay. Not quite going in the direction I would want them to, but we can't really do anything about that. We just gotta go with the herd and see what we can catch. Stickbug seems to be charging right in there, interestingly enough. I really think that we should probably go after one of these calves. The mothers are going to be quite strong this time of year, so leave our pup alone. Yeah, the mothers are going to be quite strong this time of year, so we are going to have to be careful to avoid getting kicked by them. I say as she practically almost kicks me directly in the face. But we also have to be careful that our pups don't get kicked by her. So that's what I'm primarily going to be focusing on. While the pups kind of try to learn to hunt the calf, I'm going to be keeping an eye on the mother and making sure none of them get kind of a nasty kick. It looks like Moth is taking enough of a wallop from this calf. Oh, they're going right back to the herd. No, thank you. Oh, well, that presents a great opportunity for us. Unfortunate for the mother, though. Okay. I wanted to make sure that Moth didn't get kicked there. I was worried. Because if she did get kicked, yeah. She might just not be able to take that hit. Wolves do die from being kicked by ungulates, after all. And it's a particularly dangerous fate for pups. Yeah, they can definitely take a lot more damage than their adult counterparts. I would kind of like to keep this territory in this carcass, so we are going to start howling now, see if we can't claim this territory, but if Cottonwood Creek shows up, obviously Nat is going to turn tail and run. And as I say that, a cougar shows up. Okay, no, Moth, why? Okay, you know what, we're gonna abandon it. It's unfortunate. I would have liked to keep it, but I do not want to fight a cougar. Okay, so we are back in our own territory. get a little sip of water, and I do think that I'm going to have Nat get some rest. In the morning, or rather when we wake up, we will go and do some more hunting. Very pretty view beside the creek here, by the way, with these kind of look like maples of some description, and the fall colors are lovely. But, let's see, what can we find for our pups to practice on today? We can check the progress of the quest at any time by opening the quest panel. We can see that the least experienced pup is currently Moth with 66% experience, and the lowest weight pup is Weevil at 64 pounds. Now, I'm not super surprised that Moth has the lowest experience. We did just see her go in and take quite a bit of damage from an elk calf, so maybe she hasn't quite learned where the best places to bite are to avoid getting kicked. But that's something that she will hopefully pick up as she continues to learn. And obviously the pups heal up pretty quickly. Moth is back to 96% health despite being pretty low the day before. So, it does seem like we're getting a little bit closer to the dogwood herd this time. Okay, now we are picking up the scent of Cottonwood Creek wolves in this direction, so honestly they might find us before we find the herd. Which would be unfortunate, but what are you going to do? We are picking up strong scents of a bull elk herd. We are not going to mess with that. I've learned my lesson by losing a pup to a bull elk just like instantaneously upon being kicked. Really not something we want to happen to our pups here, so we are going to run this direction instead. We've stumbled upon the herd. Can we get them to leave Cottonwood Creek territory? That is the question. Does look like they are possibly running. Yes, good. We're going to want to target a weak calf again, so if we chase them for a little bit, we should be able to see who's on the weaker side. Stickbug seems inclined to just kind of run in there and bite something, but that is not really what we want to teach our pups. We want to teach our pups to have patience and to wait for an opening and kind of tire out the elk and wait to see a weak one before they actually go in and start biting. Stickbug, you are setting a bad example for our children. Goodness. You guys, let's maybe you let your mom demonstrate what an actually safe hunting technique is, because just going in and biting a random elk is not it. Of course, she is taking a lot of damage just by virtue of being Gnat. That is the unfortunate part about playing an Ultra IronWolf challenge, is that your wolf is really bad at everything. Okay, but we are able to help out with this hunt. And again, I'm going to keep an eye on my pups, make sure that this mother elk does not attack them. Yep, no, you are not. Goodness, but obviously we can't protect them as well as we would like to because we are not really blessed in the health department. Okay. Ugh, Moth, please be careful. Wish I could tell her to back off like before 30%, honestly. Stickbug just got kicked. Maybe if we let them run a little bit. A little bit more than that. Stickbug, we're not going after the cow elk. I understand your desire to go after the cow elk. It can be easier in some ways, but we don't have the health to do that. And the pups are not really that strong yet. We really have to wait until they get a little bit stronger before we start trying to take on healthy cow elk. So once again, we are going to demonstrate to our pups that you should wait for an opening and tire the elk out rather than just kind of running in there, Stickbug. Okay. Does look like the calf might be starting to slow down. The mother is also slowing down. I suspect that's to keep pace with her calf. We've unfortunately diverted into the geode pack territory. Let's see if we can't take this. Okay, so we did manage to take the calf down. The pups are not too injured. We are unfortunately in a pretty high hex for the geode pack. So we might not be able to keep this carcass, but once again, I am going to try. Okay, we actually were able to claim this hex. So we could perhaps get a little bit of sleep here before we move on to the next day. And hopefully we don't wake up to the geode pack attacking us, but we very well could. Alright, it seems snow has begun to fall. That's interesting. We are getting later into the year, and as suspected, yeah, we're probably waking up to the geode pack attacking us. I don't see them yet. I just see Stickbug. Oh, it's not the geode pack, it's Coyote Creek. Okay, well, I don't necessarily want to run away from them. I also don't want to get attacked by a bear. So, let's try not to get too close to the bears. Yeah, speaking of which, there's the bear. I don't know why Coyote Creek is engaging with the bear. I hope my own pups do not engage with the bear. Oh no, I just realized one of them is really, really, really low on health. We need to get out of here. We need to get out of here. We need to get out of here. Oh my gosh, I bet they got swatted by the bear. Who was that? Moth. Oh my, Moth, you've got to be more careful, hun. Ugh. Well, it does seem like Coyote Creek gave up their attack. I don't really want to go running around with Moth on such low health, though. Maybe we can have her eat that meat chunk and then get some more rest. We could have lost her so easily just then, and I know that Gnat knows that. She's very worried for Moth. Not only has she been struggling with hunting, she's been taking the most damage out of any of the pups and getting into the most precarious situations. I think she's worried that if she loses anyone, it's going to be Moth. So we were able to recover from something. Not quite sure who in our pack had injuries. Okay, Stickbug's minor injury is healed. That's good. And my minor injury, Nat's minor injury to her leg has healed. Okay. Seems like the bears left the carcass. Let's let our pups get some food. Because Moth is still... Oh, goodness. Every single second. Yeah, obviously every pack is trying to claim more territory this time of year, so we are running into a lot of hex invasions, and unfortunately I just don't think that we're going to be able to stand up to many of them. Obviously, we did, I think, kind of win against that Coyote Creek ambush, but yeah, that was kind of an exception since there was a bear there that was also attacking them and us. Okay. Yeah. What was that sound? Okay, I guess that was just the background music. I thought I heard a bad sound. Sometimes there are certain guitar sounds that just mean like something awful has happened, and thankfully that wasn't one of them. I was like, did Moth just spontaneously combust? Yeah, it's gonna be a struggle keeping all of these puppies alive. Okay. Let's get some water. We're gonna head down and mark some of our territory, and then I'm gonna get some rest. Okay, as we head in this direction, obviously the geode pack is working on stealing our territory here. We might take a peek at them and see kind of where they're at. Most of our wolves are pretty healthy, with Moth being the exception. I don't really appreciate them trying to steal our territory. Obviously, even if we try to mark here, we can't because they are currently invading. So, let's see what we're dealing with here. Here they are. We've got Flint and a number of pups. Let's see if any of the... I'm kind of trying to keep an eye on my puppies, especially Moth. Yeah, I don't know that this is a battle that that Gnat really wants to fight. Like, they seem like they're getting a little bit intimidated, but not nearly as quickly as we would need them to. And I don't think that Gnat wants to try to kill anyone to get rid of them. But I don't think that they're going to feel the same way. I think they'll be perfectly happy to kill our pups. Okay, yeah, we're starting to get far too low for my liking. And the only ones that are really being intimidated are, Okay, yeah, we need to get out of here. We're gonna start running. We're gonna hope our pups follow us. Okay, who's the most injured? Cricket. Okay, and he's up at the front with us, so unfortunately that's not going to be a conflict. We're going to win. They are going to claim victory as we run away. But we've managed to keep our lives again. So, yeah, as much as Nat would like to live in a world where she can defend her territory, it really doesn't seem like that's going to be the case. So that's going to be Geode Pact territory now, and we're just going to have to hope we can hold on to this territory. I suspect we'll actually want to get a little bit farther away because I'm concerned that they will just come and try to claim this territory immediately after they claim that. And I'd rather not be in this hex when that happens. Okay, we are just about all healed up, but we have lost some more territory to the Geode Pack, of course. Starting to get kind of closed in on most of the sides. We can, of course, probably go up and claim some of that Coyote Creek territory, or even down and claim some of those weak geode hexes. But after that scrape we just got out of, I don't think that Nat is going to want to charge right back into Geode Pack territory. Might be more willing to try her luck with not Cottonwood Creek, Coyote Creek. Okay, I've actually had Nat and the pups get a little bit more sleep. I didn't want Moth and Cricket to be going into whatever hunt we do next with low health. So I'm hoping we can find some elk as usual. I do suspect they might be farther to the west, if anything. Always fun when we end up in a hex that wasn't a border hex before and now is. It's like, our territory's actively shrinking. Great. Shrinks too much more and we're not going to be able to complete a hunt. But for now, I think we're doing okay. If we can find this elk herd, which, again, seems to be nearby, but I don't see it. Oh, okay, here they are. And there they go. Okay, we were able to get a good bite on that elk calf, and now we got kicked. I wasn't even trying to bite the elk calf that time, but okay. Does look like our pups are getting in there, getting a few good bites on the calf. Stickbug is holding off the mother while our pups learn to hunt. Let's see. Oh, now they're also attacking the mother. I don't love that. I'd rather we not. Once again, Moth is getting kicked a bunch. Good job, Lacewing. Alright, we were able to take it down, though not without Moth getting kicked again. Poor thing, she just cannot catch a break. Thankfully, we were able to take this down well within our territory, so, yeah, we can get some rest again, and not have to worry about somebody instantly claiming the carcass away from us. Weevil has overall much more experience than any of his siblings. He's sitting at 93%, while the closest to him is Lacewing at 88%. So, yeah, he's doing pretty well. Moth is down there at 77%, but that's okay. We'll get her to catch up with the others. Oh, great. Hello, Wolverine. And we're being attacked by a rival pack. I wonder who. Looks like Cottonwood Creek. Huh, yeah? Yeah, you guys are gonna come after us? That might not be the best choice. Nat doesn't take too kindly to your entire pack, so... Yep, they're running. Awesome. Okay, well, we actually hardly got hurt from that at all. Yeah, let that be a lesson to you. Get out of here. Okay, so we're picking up a couple of elk herd scents. I see the honeysuckle and the dogwood herd. It's kind of just a matter of which one we find first as to which we're going to hunt. All of our wolves are doing pretty well on health. I'm hitting all of the wrong buttons. There we go. They're up to about 73, 74 pounds. So as far as the weight goal is concerned, we're reaching it pretty quickly. As far as the experience goal is concerned, Moth is still at about 79%. So she's got a ways to go before she's truly an experienced hunter. Well, you know, before she's truly got the basics down. Obviously, to become an experienced hunter, she's going to have many more years of experience. Okay, so here is a herd. It looks like the dogwood herd, and where are we in our territory? Kind of in a weird place. I'd rather send them running to the east. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to direct where they run, but we'll try. And we're going to stay far, far away from those bison. Before we get there, I'm going to have Stickbug put down that hare and eat it. Don't want to be trying to hunt while my mate has a hare in his mouth. Alright. And on we go. Don't catch this hare too, please, Stickbug. Okay, here's the herd. They are starting to run immediately, so that's good. And it looks like they're kind of running in the direction we want them to, so I'll take it. Okay, the puppies should be getting fairly confident with their hunting now. So you can see that Cricket is starting to run in there and is starting to kind of get the first bite in the hunt. This elk calf isn't very weak, but... okay. I don't want this elk mama attacking my pups. Alright, starting to weaken the elk calf quite a lot. Lacewing, no, Moth is getting pretty hurt. That's not terribly surprising. Where did all of my packmates go? Okay, they're just behind me. Wonderful. Once again, okay, Cricket's getting pretty hurt too, actually. That's... I don't want you guys to go after the mom. We are trying to hunt the calf. Please, please, please stay focused. And Cricket isn't quite to the point where we can tell him to back off. Oof, I hate getting stuck in that spiral there. I don't think there's even a place I can grab onto this calf. Okay, we've taken it down. That was a little nerve-wracking. Moth is down to 27%. Moth, I don't know what you're doing, hon, but you gotta be more careful. And of course, the second we get done with the hunt, when Moth and Cricket are down to 27% and 30%, we kind of need to, like, rest again, even though our wakefulness is not that low, and our territory is looking kind of bad. I don't want to go running around, running into, like, rival packs with really, really injured pups. So, unfortunately, we are going to get some more rest. We might reach that weight limit before we reach the experience limit. That happens sometimes. Alright, well, I don't know. Weevil's at 108%. I didn't even know that could happen. Lacewing's at 97, and actually Cricket's the farthest behind in experience right now, but not by much. All the pups are roughly keeping up, even if a couple of them are getting a little more injured than others. So we can see Lacewing and Weevil being quite a bit better at hunting than their litter mates. Which, you know, every wolf is going to have their strengths and weaknesses, and clearly, Weevil seems like an excellent hunter already, even though he's quite young, and Lacewing isn't far behind. Moth and Cricket have some catching up to do. Probably a good time to go do some more marking of those hexes that are all the way down there and getting stolen by our rival packs. Okay, so we've managed to strengthen our territory a little bit. Obviously, we're still losing some over on the right-hand side, but we've come across another elk herd, so time to practice hunting again. Ah, Barley from Cottonwood Creek is here. Was that one of the wolves that... I don't know if this is one of the wolves that killed Skipper, but certainly we're not going to let them just hang around, so... they are off, the elk are off and running. Oh, one of the caps have fallen? Wow, that was very lucky, but unfortunately not probably going to give them much hunting experience. I guess we better go after another one? Unfortunate for that elk, though. Okay, well. Yeah, I think probably, normally normally wolves in the wild would not continue hunting after they'd already taken down an elk calf, but we kind of need to for the quest, so let's see if we can get another one to run. This one seems to already be separating itself from the herd. Obviously its mother is still there, but... Okay, Lacewing and Cricket are going over. Cricket instantly seems to be taking more damage than everyone else. Poor thing. And then Moth is attacking the mother. And she took a bunch of damage. Who could have seen this coming? This is just unfortunate. Like, Moth, come on, hun. And Cricket's taking a bunch of damage. Okay. Moth is down to 50%. Cricket's down to 35%. I wonder... I mean, he must have got kicked by the mom or something. We also, of course, don't want to get kicked by the mom either, because we don't have a whole lot of health. More than our pups. Okay, I'm glad she went after not Moth there. See if we can take this down before she kills any of us. Okay. Moth. No. Okay, Lacewing has reached 100%. Moth and Cricket are still behind. And no wonder with how they keep getting kicked. That's... I don't know what's up with these two. If you have any theories as to why they might be having a much harder time with hunting, let me know in the comments, because this is kind of interesting that they're taking so much more damage. They might just be bolder than their siblings and therefore kind of less smart about how they're hunting, but I'm not sure. Oh, great. Who is attacking us this time? Oh, it's Cottonwood Creek again. And Birch is headed straight for us. I guess he doesn't take kindly to kind of how the fight went last time. I don't want... Okay. They are ganging up on Moth, who is already weak from the hunt. That's not okay. No, you don't, Birch. Nice try. Okay. Cricket is also weakened after the hunt. They do seem a lot more confident than the last time we fought them. For some reason, I'm not able to bite this one. And yeah, naturally they're going after me since I'm attacking their pup, but they're attacking my pups, so they don't have much room to talk. I would prefer to just kind of intimidate Birch into leaving. I don't really want to go after his pups. I don't think that's the kind of wolf that Gnat is. But he seems determined to go after our pups, so... Okay, that one's on the run. Alright, Birch is on the run. I can't quite, Okay, they've given up their attack. We took a ton of damage, but they've given up their attack. Okay, I'm glad that we didn't have to kill any of them. I don't really want Nat to be, like, killing wolves to end fights. I don't think that that is something that she would want to do, even now that she's realized she's probably capable of it. That's not the kind of wolf that she wants to be. Naturally, I don't think in real life that a wolf would really have any kind of issue with killing competitors if that's what it took to keep their lives and keep their pups' lives, but we're obviously anthropomorphizing a bit here, so yeah, we're gonna try to keep Nat from having to kill anybody. Thankfully, we were able to chase off the Cottonwood Creek wolves without any fatalities on either side. Although, again, Cricket and Moth got pretty hurt. Well, back to sleep we go. Okay, our minor injury has healed. How's our territory looking? Honestly, not that much worse than when we left off. If we can go mark that 10% hex and off along that side, we will probably be in a pretty good position. I'm going to let my pups eat first, of course, and then we're going to set out. Okay, so we have managed to remark all the border hexes. I'm going to, again, look for something for us to hunt. We did just pass by some mule deer, but with Nat's lowered speed stat, I'm not quite sure that's going to be the best choice. She's also got a meat chunk in her mouth, which we probably want to put down before we hunt anything. Let everybody get a little bit of a snack. The shared meat chunk. Is everyone going to be able to take a bite from the meat chunk? I don't know if Lacewing and Moth are coming over yet. They seem to be having some kind of private discussion back there. Maybe Lacewing's giving her sister tips on how to hunt better? Not sure Moth would appreciate that, though. I feel like she's a little bit headstrong. Maybe like, I don't need your help. I'm figuring out this hunting thing just fine. Gets kicked again, gets kicked again. Alright. Everyone appears to have eaten. We could try chasing down a mule deer. Let's see how this goes. Okay, well that doesn't count. That one was just kind of standing there. That does happen sometimes in these areas with a lot of bumps. The mule deer don't really know where to go. You know, one of the problems I think is Moth like rushes in at the very beginning, and so she ends up taking a lot more damage, and then she doesn't get to actually like finish off the ungulate, which I wonder if that like gives you more experience, because as we saw, Lacewing and Weevil both have over 100 experience, so I wonder if that's because they managed to like finish off the prey while they were biting it. Okay. Moth's now at 101%, so I think that lends maybe some credence to my theory. Cricket's a little bit weaker still. We're probably going to eat up, we're going to get some rest, and then maybe we can finish, yeah, okay, somebody's stealing our territory. What else is new? You know, sometimes we manage to fend them off, but I don't think that, Gnat, I think, is more inclined to fight the rival wolves if they are attacking her in her territory, like actively attacking her, as opposed to just stealing the territory. But obviously, they've claimed this territory while we were sleeping in it. That's kind of annoying. And Moth is fighting a Wolverine. Oof, they hurt. Okay, now it's running away. Again, smart choice. I'm gonna see if we can't claim this hex back. Uh-oh, here comes Coyote Creek. Alright, well, on the bright side, several of them seem like they're not really wanting to fight already, so maybe we can intimidate them fairly quickly. Keep an eye on our pups and protect them where need be. Yeah, good job, Cricket. You stand up for your sister. And now, of course, he's getting bitten, and I can't really do anything about it. Targeting is a little bit hard in the saga. Like, I think that's something that could maybe use a little bit more refinement, because it does seem like sometimes you're trying to get a wolf off of your pup, and it doesn't really let you bite them, like right there. Like, the bite mark was showing up, I was holding down bite, but it wasn't letting me bite. So, yeah, that seems like a slight issue. Hopefully that gets fixed. Or improved, at least. Why are you all chasing Stickbug? Okay. Kestrel. Is Kestrel one of the leaders? I can't remember. Coyote Creek, yeah, one of the pack leaders, and is in fact 7 years old. Not young anymore. Not young anymore by a long shot. Excuse you. I am once again asking you to let me bite the wolves. Game. Okay, it seems like Kestrel's on the run. Who isn't on the run still? This one that's attacking Moth. Okay. I think we've got them. I think they're on the run now. We really don't need to keep biting them, you guys. All right. Okay, we've successfully actually fended off a fight in another wolf's territory, so that's, I think that's feeling pretty good about that, aside from all of the ouchies that they all just got. It's like, well, that was great, aside from the injuries. Aside from, being bitten again and again and again. Anyway, this is our territory again. Nice try, Coyote Creek. Okay. And then, of course, we've got food here. I'm gonna have us get some more rest because of the, again, bunch of damage we just took. Okay, let's let our pups eat first. I could really do without this Wolverine. Did we finish off the carcass, though? Yes, okay. So, we can just get moving. We don't have to fight this Wolverine. Let's see if instead we can find something to hunt. Cricket is now to 96% experience. Obviously all the pups are over the weight goal, so all that we have left is kind of waiting on Cricket to finish up learning how to hunt. Now, we seem to be off to a good start. Cricket is toward the head of the pack as we are chasing these mule deer. They are going to be a bit faster than us, of course. Trying to tell if one of them is a fawn. It does seem like they all are does. Maybe there aren't any fawns at this point of year. Yeah, we might be into winter now properly, where they're really, the fawns have started to grow up into adult ungulates. Not quite sure. Nat is painfully slow and her stamina is painfully low, so we're just kind of chasing, chasing, and chasing. It does look like Cricket's catching up. Alright, good job, Cricket. Awesome. Every pack needs a wolf that's gonna run ahead. Oh, catch the mule deer, get the last experience he needed, and drag the deer back for the rest of the pack. That is an important role, and Cricket seems to be serving it well. We are going to do a pack rally after we take down this doe to properly celebrate instead of kind of cutting off in the middle of a hunt to celebrate finishing the quest. Okay. Awesome job, everybody. So we are doing a pack rally to finish up the quest, and in the next episode, Nat is going to be expecting another litter of puppies. So if you have any name suggestions, go ahead and put them in the comments. They don't have to be bug themed, but I might give a little bit of preference to ones that are bug themed, given, you know, Nat, Stickbug, and all of her pups being named after bugs this litter. But anyway, all of our surviving pups have learned the basics of hunting. We can proceed to the next quest now or stay in the wintertime longer before proceeding. So I'm actually going to stay here for now. In the next episode, we are going to proceed into the springtime so that Nat can have her second litter. Again, name suggestions in the comments, please. Thank you so much for watching. And I will see you next time with Nat, Stickbug, and her soon-to-be yearlings. See ya!